Is that how you greet a priest? Let's find out. How do we greet the priests in the church? How do we greet the servers of the church? Priests, deacon, bishops. Sometimes we say, Asvad zoknagan. And then we hold ourselves and we say, did I say it right? Sometimes we say, ortnetsek, and then we say, oh no, did I say the right thing to the right person? Well, actually, in the Armenian church, we have a unique set of greetings for one another. In other words, the servers of the church. But let's understand who these servers are. You see, according to Holy Scripture, there is tsernatrutyun, a beautiful word which literally means to placing on of hands, by exchanging the power. In other words, Jesus established his church and gave us the tools by which we would continue his mission. We have tsernatrutyun, in other words, laying on of the hands, as ordination, by which we give that power, continue that power, that chain that we call the apostolic Holy Church. Why apostolic? Because we come from the time of the apostles. People who were with Jesus Christ, who lived with him, who experienced life, who were there at the crucifixion, and were the witnesses to the resurrection. Apostolic Holy Church. And that church continues through ordination. According to Holy Scriptures, there's three main ranks. There are deacons, the servers, the helpers. There are the priests, and there are the bishops. The bishops are the overseers. And we in the Armenian church have added Catholicos, in other words, the chief bishop among all the bishops. Now, the priest, the bishop, and the Catholicos are not only ordained through tsernatrutyun, laying on of the hands, but also receive consecration. Consecration through the Holy Miron, through the Spirit of God descending upon them. Now, all these other things like archpriest, archbishop, these are honors that are bestowed upon the priest, the bishop, or even the deacons. For instance, Vartabed means the teacher of the church. Or Zairakuin Vartabed means the extreme teacher, the one who is knowledgeable of the Armenian church teachings. Now, these were given in old times through the monasteries. Today we see the rank of Vartabed is given to different priests for different reasons. Originally it was given for a completion of study. Now, how do we greet them? Well, in the monastic tradition, where we would all be priests or all bishops, in other words, in the monasteries, the priests would greet one another by saying, Asvad oknagan. May God be your helper. Instead of saying, Pari Luis, good morning, we would say, Asvad oknagan. May God be your helper. And the person receiving that greeting would say, Asvad bahaban. May God protect you. Now, outside of the monasteries, where we are not all priests, in humility, we bow down before the priest and we say, Ortnetsek derhaid, or Ortnyader. In other words, bless me, Father. And the priest says, Asvad ortne, may God bless you. You see, whether we say Asvad oknagan, may God be your helper, or Ortnetsek, bless me, we are saying that we believe in the sanctity of the church. We honor the tradition of ordination, one of the main sacraments. We honor the church. Ortnetsek, bless me. Is there anything wrong with saying that to anyone, especially to a priest? Bless me, Father. Is it wrong to say, may God be your helper? In fact, we should say that to one another. May God help you. Asvad oknagan. So these beautiful sayings that we have in the Armenian church are reminders that we have a respect for the church. We have a respect for the sanctity of holy orders. And we are part of this beautiful family that Christ establishes as his church. Be a part of that. May God bless you. Asvad ortnetzes. May God protect you. Asvad bahaban. You see, as we say these things, we are acknowledging the beauty of God.